Hey guys, it's your boy Michael with the H&M Reloaded channel, and today we're going to show you how to properly and safely jack up a vehicle. Any vehicle. Check it out. A Dodge Grand Caravan. Pretty heavy, you know, but usually people like the ramps. Ramps can be very beneficial. They work great. These are the Rhino ramps. I got these a while back, but through time, you know, look what happens. See how it's broke? See that little crack in there? See that? Look at that. And obviously this is gonna lessen the strength. And this one here, almost in the exact same spot, you have a big crack down the middle. See it? And if you look in there, see it? Okay? This is an accident waiting to happen. This is the backside of the Rhino ramps, guys. This is what gives it the strength, you know? And these things have held large SUVs and vans. These have actually held vans, okay? But yeah, I will no longer be using these because they're no longer safe, okay? So, that would be method 1. So this would be method 1, to use very strong ramps. And don't chintz out on the price, guys. Usually the cheaper you buy, the less quality it is, okay? So, this will be the primary way to do it. You use a jack and jack stands. This is a hydraulic 3-ton rapid pump. And this is gonna jack up your vehicle pretty quickly. 6. We're just going to do 6 and just leave it down for a second. And guys, keep in mind, this is a new driveway, okay? Whenever you put a jack stand down, watch. Put this jack stand. You always use jack stands, like I said before. If you use just a jack stand like this, okay, and you're going to put it in there, your new ground in the corners, this is where the strength comes from on these things, it's going to dig into your driveway. And you're going to have little arrows in your driveway on each side. You don't want that. You look, what I've been doing for years, okay, I just use a little piece of wood, and as you can see, all the arrows are in the wood, not on my driveway. So, the jack stand is in place, and if you look, sitting up there nicely, see it? Right in the middle, like it should be. Now what you do, you have to take the handle of your jack stand and lightly, gingerly, very easy, turn it to the left. Slowly. See? Make sure we good. Now what I always do is, after the fact, after you set up your jack stand, always keep your jack itself slightly under the frame of the vehicle. Slightly. In case there's a problem. See? It's a backup plan, see it? So your jack stand's up, see it? Jack stand in place, just like that. That's your secondary, in case the car should tip over because the jack stand is not level or whatever, but always should make sure it's level before anything. After you take the tire off the vehicle, roll the tire all the way over here, and you could put it under the car as a third measure of safety. Okay, so lay the tire flat, and push it under the car, so in case the jack stand failed, and in case the jack that failed, you would have a third security measure, and you'd have the tire under there, so the car would fall down on the rim of the tire. And that is your trifecta. That is your 3. 1, 2, 3 safety measures, just in case. And before you ever get underneath the vehicle to do work, you always want to go and give it a jolt. Give your vehicle a jolt. Push it really hard, guys, really hard. You know, and in many areas, not just one area, and see if the car is, if it's steady, if it's shaking, because if it's not steady, if it seems to be in one spot and it's not going anywhere, you're good. You succeeded with the trifecta method, okay? But yeah, guys, like I said before, these are a great unit. I mean, they're great to have. But when they get older, always check your Rhino ramps or any other ramps to see if there's any structural damage in there. Because if there's structural damage, these are useless. You can get killed. You can get seriously injured if you have a vehicle on here and you start seeing, I mean, God forbid, you're under there and you see these big cracks. I mean, you know, you see that crack that's right there, see it? Or you see that crack down the middle there. I mean, do you realize how less tough this thing is now? I mean, I've used these for a good 10 to 15 years. I've had vans, full-size vans, E350s on there. No problem. I've had, you know, just about any kind of SUV, Suburban, the large ones, the LTZs, the big extended version. No problem. Now I would not even think about putting my 2018 Hyundai Santa Fe on that, which weighs a fraction of what all the other vehicles weigh. It's just the structure of these is compromised now. So always check your equipment. If you wanted to do this all the way around, you do the same setup on any tire. Okay, there's pinch welds. Like I said, I want to see if I can find the pinch weld over here. Let me get a light. Always use the thickest part with the metal, the thickest part. Never ever use a muffler, a catalytic converter, you know, arms. You know, I'd stay away from arms. Or, like I said, you could do it from there, underneath there. Be careful though, you know. But yeah, you want to stay away from the thin materials. Now guys, if you want one side of your vehicle to be up and the other side to be flat down, this is how you do it. Okay, again, you put one jack stand where it was when we first started the video. You're going to put a second jack stand under the front pinch weld there that I showed you a little while ago. And again, it's not even set up. I just placed it under there for you. And then adjust your jack stand to your liking. Okay, but that's how you would do it. And if you wanted all four wheels, I mean, if you had no wheels on your vehicle and needed something to hold up your vehicle, get 4 jack stands. These jack stands we're using are 2 1/4 ton on each side, so this holds quite a bit of weight. Okay, and keep in mind, guys, you're just holding up one corner of your vehicle, so that's 2 1/4 ton that's holding up. So don't think, oh well, my jack stand's only 2 1/4 ton, it'll never hold up my minivan that's like 5,000–6,000 pounds. So that's not true. Remember, this is holding up a quarter of your, see all 4 of them. You got 4 jack stands, they're each doing 25%, more or less. You know, I mean, it's not totally accurate, but yeah, I mean, these are 2 1/4 ton on each jack stand. Okay, if you wanted to jack up the back end all the way up, you see that cross member right in the middle there? You can go from there. You don't want to go from here, but this is the trunk bed. So when you open up the trunk, if you were to jack up right here, you'll go right through the floor. You don't want to do that. You'd never want to jack up from a muffler or a cat or anything. Go from the middle cross member, right in the middle there. Just go from the middle, jack it all the way up to your liking, all the way up. Then put your jack stands where I showed you guys, in the corner area, the corner pinch welds, where the one is right now. See the one where we first started? That's one pinch weld over there, and use the other one right in front of the other wheel. But that's only if you're jacking up the whole back of the car at one time. Okay, if you're not jacking up the car, you don't need to worry about that. But I'm just showing you in case you only have the 2 jack stands and not 4. A lot of people only have 2 jack stands, like I said. In that case, you would, you know, be thrifty and always jack up in the middle of the vehicle. If you want the whole front end up, you jack up from the middle of the front end. Something very beefy. I keep saying that, I can't stress that enough. I've actually had friends who've gotten very hurt, almost got killed because the car fell on them. Or almost fell on them, or, you know, grazed them when they went, you know, because they just jacked it up and that was it. They literally just used a scissor jack, not even the hydraulic 3-ton low profile. They were using a scissor jack that came with the car. They put it on there, and it was on an unlevel surface, and the car started rocking back and forth. I was with them when it happened, and I kept saying, dude, your car's rocking, your car's rocking, your car's rocking. He's like, yeah, it'll be all right, it's right. And then, you know, naturally, when I noticed it, we both got up, and the car actually just rocked right off the jack. Right off the jack. And that was a bad day because he screwed up his driveway quite bad. So yeah, guys, I mean, and also, which I forgot to mention before too, I mean, if you're working in the front of your vehicle, you might want to chalk off the back wheels, okay? So if you're working in the front of your vehicle, okay, you could always chalk off the back wheels, you know, just put something behind your tires so the car won't roll backwards, you know? That's very important too. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, and if you're working in the rear, you know, you might want to chalk off the front wheels right there. But yeah, this way you will be safe. You will be safe. And guys, yeah, I mean, this is Michael with the H&M Reloaded channel. Guys, shake your neighbor's hand as always. The fighting in this world has got to stop. We do not need the fighting in this world, guys. It's not necessary. Why can't we get along with each other? I mean, I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick of these people out here, you know. I mean, the other day, I'm walking in a Wawa in New Jersey because I live down the Jersey Shore. Just a little quick story for you. I'm walking in. I get my coffee. I'm walking out, and the guy in front of me, you know, he was just in a pissy-ass mood the whole time. You could just tell. He's just being rude to people. So anyway, I had 2 coffees in my hand, and he slammed the door right in my face. Yeah, grant you, I should have put my arm out, but I thought he was going to be a gentleman and be respectful and just hold the door open like I do for everybody and like most people do. And one of the coffees opened up all over my shirt. I was going to work. I honestly, I looked at him. I said, really, dude? And he goes, what's the problem, man? I go, you just slammed the door. He goes, well, like, be aware next time. I go, that's not the point, dude. I go, I mean, I think you're probably the only person who's ever slammed the door in my face knowing I had 2 cups of coffee in my hand. And he knew it because he was in front of me in line. So he knew I had 2 cups of coffee. I mean, obviously he wasn't either paying attention or he just didn't care, you know? But yeah, that kind of got to me. And as I'm sitting in my car, you know, I'm trying to clean up the coffee all over my shirt. He came knocking on my window. And I said, oh boy, he's going to start a fight with me, this guy. So he comes over, he goes, yeah, man, you know, I'm so sorry I spilled, you know, I'm so sorry I didn't hold the door open and it's spilled all over your shirt. I'm so sorry. Right, he goes, I'm just not in my right frame of mind. I'm having some issues at home. I said, guy, I totally understand, man. I totally understand. But, you know, just, I mean, he goes, how much was your shirt? I said, I have no idea. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry. But at least you apologized to me. That's all I wanted. I mean, it was a mistake. Yes, it was an accident. I understand. But it's because he came back to me and told me, yo, dude, I'm sorry. But by me saying things to him when it first happened, I think that's what got him a little bit upset. And he rectified himself. But little things like that, guys. I mean, everyone's quick to start yelling at one another and just be stupid. It's not necessary. Guys, shake your neighbor's hand for me. Do it for me, man. Come on now. And guys, click the thumbs up button, guys. Click that like. The algorithm goes way up. We definitely need you to do that, guys. Please, please. That goes so far. Guys, this is your boy Michael with the H&M Reloaded channel. Guys, shake your neighbor's hand. We love you guys. Peace out. Oh, and click that subscribe button, like I said. Click the bell icon. Click all so you never miss an upcoming video or post of ours. Guys, I meant to say, you will never miss an upcoming post of ours or video. Guys, we love you guys. Peace out. Boof.